Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Jerkfish vendor Squaddy shot dead at home in Trelawney. The Trelawney police are probing the murder of a jerkfish vendor who was shot and killed at his gate in the parish on Friday morning. The deceased has been identified as 36-year-old Dwayne Anderson, otherwise called Squaddy, who was of Hughes Settlement. Reports are that about 3:30 a.m., residents heard several explosions in the community. At about 6 a.m., residents stumbled upon Anderson's body and summoned the Falmouth police. Upon their arrival, the police found Anderson lying on the ground at his gate, clutching a knife. The scene was processed and the body was removed to the morgue. No motive has so far been established for the killing. Popular taxi operator shot dead in Angels, Spanish Town. A popular taxi operator was gunned down by unknown assailants along Walks Road in Angels, Spanish Town, St. Catherine on Friday night. The deceased is 29-year-old Orlando Patterson, alias Lando, of Gregory Park in Portmore in the parish. According to the police, residents raised an alarm after hearing loud explosions coming from Angels around about 9:20 p.m. The police later found Patterson with multiple gunshot wounds to his upper body. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Several persons took to social media signs to react the news of the popular taxi operator's murder. One Instagram user wrote, "R.I.P. Lando, Jano, you never did go like that." Another user commented, "Jaja Lando, R.I.P. my friend." Shared another, "Lando, this shape me youth. Who go take me round you now? You no deserve this, General. Rest up, brother." Meanwhile, the St. Catherine North Police are probing the development. Man fatally shot in police confrontation in St. James. A man was fatally shot on Saturday during a confrontation with members of a joint anti-gang task force in Montego Bay, St. James. The deceased has been identified as 22-year-old Dwayne Horton of Catherine Drive in Mount Salem in the parish. The police say a Smith & Wesson 9mm pistol containing a magazine with 14 9mm rounds was seized. The incident happened about 5:30 p.m. at the Shoes Arcade on Harbor Street. The police said the matter has been reported to the Independent Commission of Investigations and the Inspectorate of Professional Standard Oversight Bureau. Female linked to 21 gun finds still not found as cops raid property. Police have intensified their search for the female, who was identified as a person of interest, following the seizure of 21 firearms at a warehouse on Friday. Police sources said the search continues as the female, Jadian Alisa Edwards, was given until 12 midday on Saturday to turn herself to the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime CTOC for questioning. Checks made up to that time revealed that the woman remained at large. Police said a property where the woman is believed to have resided was raided but no one was found. Police High Command in a release said the woman was from Portmore, but sources said she is believed to always frequent sections of Clarendon. Meanwhile, anyone knowing her whereabouts is being asked to contact the CTOC at 876-967-1389, Crime Stop at 311, NIB at 811. The fearless Pamela Monroe Ellis. Pamela Monroe Ellis could not have imagined that her carefree days in St. Mary, sailing down the hill from her house on Coconut Boughs, the only girl among several cousins and brothers, was preparation for the job she now holds as Auditor General in Jamaica. How? Well, not only does this activity has pitfalls, it is not lost on her that her current post could be the same except not on her watch. Not with the team she leads, not with the rigor, integrity, and authority of reports produced. And when a meeting of the Public Accounts Committee PAC years ago tested her authority, it publicly demonstrated the substance from which the government's chief auditor is made. Early in her tenure, a former finance minister attempted to introduce a letter into a PAC meeting explaining expenditure in the matter being discussed. It was a letter that should have been sent to her office that may or may not have impacted the deliberations. Immediately she objected to its introduction, the former minister pushed hard. She insisted, he pushed back, she pushed back, he backed off. The unfolding of the event was not lost on two reports in the press box from different media houses, who stared at each other asking what just happened. What happened was that a fresh-faced, petite powerhouse put her foot down with impossible claim and dignity and said no. Pamela Manu Ellis had just delivered a massive body blow to a parliamentary committee, the public and naysayers who had earlier questioned her capacity, suitability, and authority for the position of Auditor General of Jamaica. Standing her ground in her formative years among boys prepared her. Crediting her father with playing an important role in her life, young Pamela's first choice of profession was a hotel manager after family visits to the Turco Tower Hotel. Her father prompted her to study accounts, and the daddy's girl went ahead. Comparing to my children, I am thinking now that I was a very competent child and I followed the plan for accountancy, not auditing, which I would later learn. So PricewaterhouseCoopers PwC, which was my first job, she shared with reporters telling where it all started. It was there that she completed her ACCA exam. Despite her father being the executive distributor and later owner, Pamela was not a nerd. Free-spirited, lover of outdoors, she is not always hungered over books either. She loves to try new things and loves working with her hands. She also loves interior decorating. Pamela left PwC and joined her father's business, but after some time he told her to apply for jobs as he could not pay her the salary her training commanded. She would later apply to the Services Commission, but was called by the Auditor General's Department and believes she was led there. She began her job on April Fool's Day, April 1 in 1977, and the rest is history. The would-be hotel manager became the first woman since John Wilson, 1829 to 1850, to head the powerful Auditor General's Department. She pays tribute to the man she succeeded, Adrian Stratton, who was her boss for 29 years before retiring in 2008. I applied for a director position, but Mr. Stratton called me and said, "Not only are you younger than I anticipated, but you look even much younger than I anticipated." He said it would not be fair to put you in that position because people who are twice your age would be reporting to you. But I have a position for you, senior auditor, 2 positions below director, he said. Are you interested? I said, what's the scope of growth? He said, tremendously. I said, okay, she recounted. Within 3 months, he promoted her to director, she said, recalling how happy she was. Seeing the value she could add to the organization and its function, with Stratton possessing the highest level of integrity and learning at his feet, Manu Ellis has never doubted any reports produced by her office. When I send a report to Parliament, the weight of my professional requirements goes with it, she declared. Mentorship and coaching are crucial to young people at all levels, she said, adding that what Stratton provided was fundamental to her development as a young professional. Mentorship and coaching are so important for leadership. It's preparation, and I consider myself blessed because of the persons to whom I was exposed and who helped me and prepare me for this role. Clearly, my mother and father and Mr. Stratton. He retired in 2008, but he is still my conscience. He said to me, what I did not see in myself, Manu Ellis supported. She recalled, grumbling at Stratton's regular requirements, that she addressed various groups, something she does not like. I was cussing to myself that, Lord, him can't find anybody else to go talk. Why every month I have to go and talk? She said, mumbled and crumbled, but complied. Describing herself as extremely shy, Manu Ellis recalled being frozen in front of 3 internal audits, all men, but who were understanding, in one of her first meetings with them. Stratton told her he identified strong communication skills on her part, and it accounted for the regular meetings. One thing he taught me is to be dispassionate, approach my work fairly, because at all times keep in mind that persons can be affected by that report and it can cause irreversible damage to reputation. Not only that, but to recognize how that report will be used, as it may not be used in the way you want it to, but it should be used for the benefit of all, and it does not matter who is on what side, the response is going to be the same, she stated. As a result, I am mindful that I don't send that report to Parliament thinking that I have friends. When I send the report, being dispassionate, recognizing my responsibility under the Constitution of Jamaica and also the people of this department. They do the work, they know the standard, they know what is expected. We are not interested in speculations. If an opinion is given, it is an opinion based on facts because I am required to analyze and give an opinion, she said. It is on the authority and with dignity, diligence, and calm that she has led the Auditor General's Department for 14 years. Manu Ellis is undaunted by, accustomed to, and prepared for the verbal ammunition fired at her over the years. As she pulls it, the danger of the outdoors shaped me in character, building, being free-spirited, and never one to get offended by anything or anyone. Depending on what side of the aisle her reports hit, many have feared the outcomes. Many have shivered at the announcement that her office is conducting a special audit. Despite the findings, when the petite powerhouse sits before the country's lawmakers, it is with an impossible calm. When a report is going to Parliament, my team members will tell you that I don't know who the persons are because I don't ask. And when reports come to me after they go through the various exchanges with the entity, because when they come to me, I see the report along with the entity's response. The first defense the entity has is actually me, because if the report is not matching up and I don't see the evidence, I have to take out what's there, she said unequivocally. Integrity has defined her decades in the profession and more, and so since she has been Auditor General. People may believe that I lead everything. No, my leadership is a different style. Leadership is to empower the officers through training and continuous capacity building and exposure to the standards and for them to understand what is required of them as auditors, how they are expected to approach their audits with our core values of independence, integrity, professionalism, transparency, objectivity, and credibility, she said. Pamela Manu Ellis has built a strong reputation of impartiality and professionalism, displaying calm and respect even when challenged. She heads an office that continues to do the thankful job of overseeing the effective management of the Government of Jamaica's financial management systems, making sure that they are accountable and compliant with financial management policies. The petite powerhouse is one of Jamaica's formidable women and packed power in every report with her signature. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.